They confiscated his passport, and now he's going to remain at the federal detention center in Miami until his trial. And then next up, I did mention that there was a guy who he hit a trooper. It sounds kind of sad, but this guy, he's from Boca Raton. And the reports say that a trooper named Bernex Vincent was working an off-duty detail in a construction zone. And so he was in the northbound lanes of I-95. And he had his emergency lights on. They were activated. So he was in plain sight. And he had it parked in a lane closed with traffic cones and barricades. And this was around 1:35 in the morning that a man in a white 2011 Subaru Outback went through the traffic cones and hit Vincent's cruiser. So according to the FHP, Vincent got out of his cruiser, approached the driver, who they found out was 25-year-old Tate Alexander Turner. And they looked and they said, at the time, he didn't look like any obvious injuries. And he did remain silent for a few minutes before spontaneously saying that he struck the cruiser on purpose so he could be taken to jail.
It's pretty weird.
Yeah. He did report some pain and soreness from the impact as well, too. And I'm talking about the FHP cop, or FHP, yes, excuse me. And so, when they were talking a little bit, and he was just like, he told cop, he was like, listen, he stated he saw the patrol vehicle and intentionally used his vehicle to strike the patrol vehicle. He also stated he wanted to go to jail because he felt like he was already in jail. This is the part that's sad. When asked why he felt that way, Turner said, it's just a bunch of things. Yeah. He had He had no injuries or medical conditions. He said he wasn't on a medication. He was not suicidal. They observed no signs of impairment. Looked like dude was just having a bad day. And now he is going to be in jail. Day. Yes. They took him to the Broward County Main Jail in Fort Lauderdale, where now he's facing charges of aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer, aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer, and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Troopers also cited him for driving around barricades as well, too. So, yeah, man, just one bad day. Don't let it do something stupid like this where you could spend a long time in jail.
Yep, and it stays on your record.
Yep. And that is your What the Florida.
Thank you, Francis. It is the Penthouse and a Wednesday. Sunday is Father's Day, so don't forget Dad. Dad usually gets the short end of the stick. We're going to come back and tell you some misconceptions about single dads in the Penthouse. Peace.
What's a Real Radio podcast? It's Real Radio on demand. Find your favorite show at realradio921.com.
Make this the year you go to our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Right now, Capital One cardholders get first dibs on tickets to our 2022 iHeartRadio Music Festival. Only available while supplies last, or until Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern, so don't miss it. Plus, add a Capital One Access Pass to your purchase to attend a VIP event with a private performance from Avril Lavigne. Only available during the cardholder presale.
Presale tickets are limited and will go fast at iHeartRadio.com/Capital One.
This report is streamed live on our iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's a very hot and humid day out there. On this Wednesday, temperatures are back near 90 degrees, easily feeling like the triple digits when you factor in that humidity. Skies are going to be mostly clear for the day with 1 or 2 inland showers or storms later on. We're going to stay hot and humid for the rest of the week.
This report is sponsored by the Mark Moss Show podcast.
The Fed says they can't stop inflation without crashing the economy, but their latest remarks reveal their sinister plan. I'm Mark Moss, each week discussing the decentralized revolution. So join me for the Mark Moss Show on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Is your current home loan the right fit for you? Rising home values mean that you could have more home equity than you might imagine. And if you're considering a refi, an expertly chosen loan from Loan Depot could save you thousands. Ask about their smart term loans, cash out, and over 300 loan options to find just the right mortgage loan for you. Call now, 866-888-LOAN, or go to loandepot.com. Loan Depot, where home means everything. Rates are subject to change. Equal housing opportunity lender. NMLS number 174457. Licensed in all 50 states.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey Vegas agrees something extraordinary is happening right now at Diamonds Direct. You can make any purchase, pay nothing down, and get zero interest financing for 5 whole years. Yes, you heard that right. Imagine $10,000 designer ring or diamond bracelet for less than $170 a month, or a $6,000 designer ring for just $100 a month. It's a super smart way to buy. You're using their money interest-free. Everybody loves this, but you can't wait. Get into Diamonds Direct beautiful showroom today. Check out the expanded selection of designer rings and GIA certified diamonds. This is something for everyone at any price. It's happening. Zero down, zero interest for 5 years on anything. You can't miss this limited time offer. You can finance the entire purchase, including the tax, now through June 30th at Diamonds Direct. Get the details, store hours, and more at diamonddirect.com. Peace.
Pool season is here, but open roles got you underwater? Check out Indeed. Their powerful hiring platform makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
It's another hurricane season, and right about now, residents are busy fortifying their nests against damage. This year, they're preparing with flood insurance. They've learned it's the extra layer of protection that prevents them from paying out of pocket or pouch for costly repairs. You too should trust your instincts this season. Get flood insurance and protect the life you've built. Visit floodsmart.gov.
I tend to second-guess dinners with friends because they're often interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit Creon.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREON.com.
As America's largest injury law firm, size is our strength. Morgan & Morgan.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
From the Racetrack Traffic Center.
Jupiter, Florida Turnpike completely shut down due to an accident at Turnpike South between Indiantown Road and PGA Boulevard. In the other direction, there is a crash. It's off to your left shoulder now, Turnpike North. Before Indiantown Road, make sure that you slow down for pedestrians on the ride. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Discover. If you're a valued customer, you deserve a simple gesture of appreciation from your credit card company. And that's why Discover matches all of the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year. Discover. Exceptionally common sense. Learn more at discover.com/match. Limitations apply.
Are you ready for summer? Wherever summer takes you, make sure you take your favorite radio station with you on your adventures with the free iHeartRadio app. That's right, no matter how far from home you travel, this station, the music you love, and the best podcasts in the world will be right there with you in your pocket.
Book weekend, mermaid adventures. I like the idea of her sitting there with spouts of water shooting on her, all soft and wet there, and then get drunk.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Love the callbacks, you guys. Great, always good concept and thoughts. Keep them coming, please. They put a smile on our face and make us feel so wanted. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon.
Francis is here.
I'm in. I think it's a great business idea. I already got the outfit. Let's make this happen.
Nice.
Get drunk and have spouts of water poured
Spouts of water
on me.
squirting on you. Keyword.
Sign me up.
Glad I didn't say any of that. Jimmy, do we have anybody on hold?
I don't know. I haven't screened it yet.
Okay. Father's Day is coming up, and it is a big day on Sunday the 19th. So make sure you get out there and represent, and also pick up the phone. Don't just text your dad. But guys have always have a hard time telling their dad they love them, or maybe some guys have a hard time just saying I love you. There isn't anything wrong with it. That's just my opinion. If you love somebody, you should let them know and show them and express it. But there are a lot of single dads out there, because divorce rate is tremendously high, obviously. And so dads have to arrange a lot of things for kids and do different things. And it is tough for a single dad sometimes to really navigate through it. And I know Franny's got some stuff about single dads.
Yeah, so as G-Man mentioned, Father's Day is right around the corner. And I think it's pretty important to highlight some of the frustrations by allowing dads, real dads themselves, to help break a lot of the single dad stigmas and stereotypes. And this was taken to the Reddit platform. And if you should have any of your very own, if you're a single dad out there, you can definitely call us, interact with us, 877-927-6969. You can text us at 47142. Start off with Real Radio. And of course, you can email Jimmy at realradio921.com. So one real dad says, listen, people often assume that I'm the one with visiting rights. They're like, it's shocking how surprised people are when I say I have majority custody.
Yes, it is.
Yep. And that's from an anonymous dad. These are stigma and stereotypes of single dads. Another person said, listen, there's a lot of information and support groups out there, but the struggle of being about the struggle of being a single mom. But there really isn't much about the struggle of being a single dad as far as support groups and information. Said it's a struggle at times because it's super difficult for two dads to get together with their daughters and have play dates, or the fact that I usually have to text a married mom asking if their daughter can come over and play with my daughter without it seeming creepy. They said especially when I've never met the kid's dad before. Said it's way easier for women to text women that kind of stuff. Same when it comes to sleepovers. So, he's saying the uncomfortable situation sometimes it is to text other moms.
Sure.
And then also, maybe you guys need some more support groups for single dads.
Guys usually do not like to reach out for help in a lot of things. Whether they're sick, whether they're asking for advice, especially with kids. It's hard. It's very difficult.
And it terrible is my kids always want someone to sleep over. This is the same dad. He's like, because they do it, at their moms all the time, right?
Sure.
When they're at the moms, they have the kids. He's like, but it just seems inappropriate, or maybe this is how he feels, to have girls stay the night with my girls and having to ask that.
I can see
when
that.
it shouldn't be.
I know, but I can see
shouldn't
it.
be. Shouldn't be at
No, not at all. Another dad writes in, and these are, real dads talking about the stereotypes and stigmas they have on being a single dad, says that we are obviously the ones with reduced involvement in our kids' life. I have majority, and this is the stereotype, I have majority custody of my kids, and I do almost 100% of the day-to-day responsibilities for them. Yet anytime their mom is with us, all the questions about the kids go directed to her like he's not even there. Mm-hmm. He said not mostly to her, but basically exclusively if she's the only one caring for them when they're both in front of the kid.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yep. Another dad, and they all remain anonymous. Well, I don't want to say all, but most. These are real dads talking about the stigma and stereotypes. Says that I can't talk to my daughter about teenage girl issues such as sex, love, etc. He was like, I can, and I do. He says sometimes not very well, but she gets it.
That's good.
And I try.
If you make an attempt, you know what? You go to them. I think it's always good as a parent to be there and let them know, hey, you can talk to me about anything. If they don't want to talk to you, then okay, but at least the kid knows he can come to you. Better you than a stranger or somebody on the street.
Yeah.
Because you love them.
Yeah, absolutely. One simple one. A stereotype that I can't cook. That's what he says.
I can't cook.
He's a kill. Yeah, but you're not a single dad either.
No, I know.
I didn't know he asked.
I like lemons.
I like lemon in my water. Cool. Another person says, I'm a single father of two teenagers, a girl and a boy, and people seem to think that their mother must be a big part of their lives, when in fact they're not. They said that my kids are baggage. They're not baggage. They are people I love the most in the entire world. I think your dogs are baggage, so there. Is what he says. Yep.
Had me up till the end.
I know, right? Me too.
Yeah, I think for normal people, when people hear that, they always think that the father's obviously out of the picture and the mom's going to be around. That's just the way in our mind it goes. I think it's worse stereotype that people hear when the mother's not around. They always say, where's your mom? What's going on? And, just certain things happen.
And one guy claims it happens to school all the time. He said, when I take my daughter to school, they always want to know where her mom is. They want to interact with the mom. They never want me. They never send me forms or updates or progress reports.
Yeah.
Anything like that. So, yeah, if you have anything you want to add on here, this one guy says that we don't have discipline in the house. Only eat junk food and only do fun things. I think some people do have that assumption.
Sure.
Oh, they go to dad's house and they eat all the crap and they have all the fun. And I have to be the mean one.
Yeah. When you're a divorced family, you would always hear that, you get the moms would say to the dads, well, you get to have the fun with him. I have to discipline him all week. And I have to make sure he's doing this or she's doing that. And it is tough because when you see a kid once or twice a week, you want to try to have fun with them.
Yeah.
That's basic.
So if there's any certain misconceptions you face as a single father, we're honoring the fathers this week for Father's Day.
Yeah.
If so, tell us, what they are. You can text us 47142. Start off with Real Radio. Email Jimmy at realradio921.com or give us that call at 877-927-6969.
Jimmy, have somebody on hold?
Yeah, we got Freddie Covers checking in with us. Freddie, what's going on, pal?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
You're talking about lobster today.
Yes, sir.
If you go back in time when we first got to this country in the early 1600s, you didn't even catch lobster. You just waited for a storm and you walked down the beach and you could pick up as many as your heart's content, And in those days, they were considered peasant food.
Yeah. Franny mentioned that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They passed a law in the 1700s that prisoners can only be fed lobsters a maximum of 3 times a week. But like everything else, the Native Americans, they used them as fertilizer. They were so plentiful. They'd plant stalks of corn and they'd either put a fish or a lobster in there as fertilizer. They think that lobster can live to be about 150 years old, but I don't know that they've ever actually done a lot of testing. They've done it with fish where they remove the otolith, which is the ear bone, and they section it and count the rings just as you would with a tree. Now, you can do that on lobster with their eye stalks. Their eye stalks don't molt, so they stay intact. That's the little horn that connects the eyeball to the head. And you can section that just like you would an otolith and count the rings. And they typically grow about a pound every 5 to 7 years. And when they molt, they immediately eat their shells because, of course, they're going to need the calcium and nutrients. And, they can lay over 50,000 eggs, per hatch. And they can store sperm for up to a year, have multiple partners. So that's why, they've really never been overfished, and they don't keep egg-bearing females and never have. So that's been a great fisheries management success, and we could, learn a lot from the people in Maine and Canada. They think that, a 150-year-old lobster is not impossible. They think that they can live that long. They just haven't really done much aging. But they've caught lobster that are, 45, almost 50 pounds. So if you do the math on that, that's way, way up there. And the reason they get so old is they never stop reproducing. So they're in their primes of their lives pretty much until they die, and they're regenerating new cells all the time, and they don't stop growing.
Are you reading this out of a book?
It's Freddy's Fun Facts.
I mean, you know a lot about lobster. My God, Mingita, would you work at the Lobster Crawl in Hebiscate? I mean, it's fun.
It's Freddy's Fun Facts.
No, it's Freddy's. No,
Freddy's.
Freddie, we're turning it over to you, bud.
We're turning it over. You really know a lot about lobster.
Do you know much about Larry the Lobster on SpongeBob?
No, I've never seen Larry. No, but I grew up on the Cape, and I have relatives in Maine and New Hampshire, so there are lobster men and women in my family, so I grew up. I've always been a water child, so I know more than probably most people do about them.
Oh, you definitely do.
Like marine biology. I also like marine biology, too. So, but they're very territorial. They're also cannibalistic. They eat each other.
Yeah, Franny told us that, too.
Yeah.
No other food source available. And mostly they hide at night. I found a new trick for catching them that's pretty cool, but I'm not going to disclose that because it's one of my little secrets. But yeah, and so they eat everything, and actually their stomach is their mouth, and that's what they use to grind up their food. And it's also how their gastric mill is what it's called, is the stomach, and that's where the teeth are, is in the stomach. And so that's where they process and chew up all their food, their fish, and their other crustaceans that they eat.
Freddie, thank you for the lobster update. I mean, you're
appreciate you.
I know it's Lobster Day, but you're going strong.
Yeah.
Bro. We appreciate the call, and we got a couple more people we got to get before we get to the bottom of the hour. But thanks for the lobster update, buddy.
Lobster souffle, man, nothing better.
All right, thank you. Mm-hmm. Good thing to remember. Jimmy, who else do we have?
We're talking with Pops. Pops, welcome to the Penthouse. Good to hear from you, pal.
Good day, guys. It's good talking to y'all again. Always good hearing you.
Always good hearing from you.
Great knowledge. Give you guys a quick update on Mama. She's been out of the hospital now for 2 months.
Great.
No issues.
That's fantastic.
In fact,
Love it.
Yeah, her birthday was the 29th of May, and I went and took her for the first time in the 15 years that we've been together to a movie. First time I've been to a movie since I was, probably close to 45 years.
Oh, nice.
I took her to see Top Gun.
Oh, cool.
I loved it. It was great.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad 2 months out, you guys got to go on a nice little date night.
That's
this
sure.
makes me happy.
A lot of fun. Good.
Love it.
Yeah, we got home, and I made her some seafood for her birthday dinner. And
Lobster?
Steak and... No, I did crab legs and shrimp for her.
That's awesome.
There you go.
That's great news, buddy.
You know? And, I've done my own study on lobsters, and I have found that grilling them is more preferable to me than boiling them.
I never had a grilled lobster.
All right.
Grilled lobster.
Never had it.
And they don't live long after I put them on the grill, so they might
I would think not.
Not surprised.
Yeah.
I've done grilled tails. I've never done a grilled whole lobster, though.
Yes, I was going to say.
I've done tails plenty of times, but did you do a grilled whole meat lobster?
I cut it right down the middle and throw it right on the grill.
Nice.
Oh, there you go. All right.
I use indirect heat.
Okay.
I don't cook it right over the coals. I'll do an indirect heat for a few minutes and just get it to, where it's just about a medium well on that lobster to where it's still got a little bit of mush, but not much.
All right, got to try that out.
There you go.
Don't want to overcook it. Don't want to overcook garlic butter. Oh my God.
Yeah, I know what's for dinner tonight.
Yeah.
All right.
Lobsters, what's
spaghetti?
for dinner?
Thanks, Pops.
You're welcome. We'll send you guys the video of the 4th of July fireworks down here by our house. You guys, thank you very much. And Greek, you know what I want to do? When I grow up, I want to be just like you.
All right. I'll take that as a compliment. You got to think about that. I got to be honest with you. But you know what? Thank you so much for the kind words, brother.
Big compliment. That's a big compliment, my friend.
Thank you.
I look up to you, man. You're a great mentor to me. Even though I got you in years, I still got a lot of respect for your wisdom and everything. And I love you guys to death. And keep up the good work.
Thank you
Thanks,
so
Pops.
much. You're
Thanks
so
for the
kind.
update.
God bless.
Take care, pal.
Great
Always good
news about
hearing
the wife.
from you. That's nice.
Jimmy, we get one more after the break.
Yeah, let's talk to Mr. Peacock.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Peacock. What's up?
How you doing, pal?
Hello. I was doing research on my family name, like where my family name of Peacock came from. And then I realized, where do gentlemen use the bathroom from what part of their body? They pee from their...
Great call, brother.
Thanks for the call, Mr. Peacock.
We appreciate it. You guys are the best out there.
Fill in the blanks.
Yeah, you always do it. You always bring it hard. Thank you. It is the Penthouse. We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
Be like the smart kids, like the summa cum laude of your workplace.
What?
Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's a very hot and humid day out there. On this Wednesday, temperatures are back near 90 degrees, easily feeling like the triple digits when you factor in that humidity. Skies are going to be mostly clear for the day with 1 or 2 inland showers or storms later on. We're going to stay hot and humid for the rest of the week.
This report is sponsored by the Ben Ferguson Podcast.
Coming up on the Ben Ferguson Podcast, Republicans sell you out on your Second Amendment rights. So who are these fake Republicans? I'm going to expose them all so that you can stand up for your rights by demanding they back down. Download the Ben Ferguson Podcast now.
Are you tired of your current home but finding something new is either too hard or too expensive? Maybe the perfect home is the one you already own. It just needs a bit of a makeover. With a Dream Home Refi from Sage Mortgage, we can help make your dreams a reality. A Dream Home Refi lets you use the value in your home to make the renovations you've always dreamed of. A new kitchen, an extra bath, or even a pool for the hot summer months. At Sage Mortgage, we give all qualified borrowers a rate guaranteed to be below the national average. And with Sage Mortgage, it's so simple that you can get a personalized rate in just 15 seconds. That's right. Sage's proprietary technology allows you to get a mortgage rate rate just for you in only 15 seconds. Go to sagemortgage.com now to try it out or call 866-638-9452. That's 866-638-9452. Or visit sagemortgage.com. SAGEmortgage.com. Your dream home is closer than you think. Forward Mortgage Lending Incorporated. DBA Sage Mortgage. NMLS ID number 1374724. Not available in all states. Equal housing opportunity. This is not a commitment to lend. Not all loans apply. Terms and conditions apply. Call us at 866-638-9452.
If you've been involved in a slip and fall accident and are not sure what to do, call me, Glenn Levine, at the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. And take back control of your life.
Office in West Palm Beach. Here's Brooke Burke for Skechers' new Workout Walker footwear.
Do you know the world's #1 most popular form of exercise? It's walking. So you'd think that there would be tons of performance sneakers specifically made for walking, but there aren't. However, one company has you covered, Skechers, the comfort technology company, with their newest performance walking sneaker, Skechers Workout Walker. And it takes walking footwear to new heights. Because Skechers Workout Walker is fully loaded with all the technology you need to get the most out of your walk. It starts with a carbon-infused plate in the sole to add more spring to your step. Plus, it has Skechers Hyper Burst foam for unbelievable cushion with incredible bounce. Plus, workout walkers feature Goodyear rubber for enhanced traction and durability, and Arch Fit insoles with podiatrist-certified arch support for amazing comfort step after step. Make your walking workout more comfortable than ever with Skechers' new Workout Walker. Find them for men and women at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
This week on The Upsiders, Clarice attempts to revive Johnny's lost memory with the power of gas saving. Who's there?
Oh, Johnny, it's me, your true love, Clarice. You've had an accident and lost your memory.
Clarice, I don't recognize you. All I can remember is that gas prices are insanely high.
Yes, Johnny, but we never pay full price at the pump. We use the free Upside app and get real cash back on every gallon of gas we buy.
Upside! Yes, I remember. I've made $200.
Johnny, you remember earning cash back on the gas you buy, but not me?
Clarice, give me time. Our love cannot be stopped if we use the free Upside app.
Saving money on gas doesn't have to be dramatic. Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code JUICY for an extra 25 cents per gallon or more cash back on your first fill-up. You can cash out anytime. Stop overpaying for gas. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code JUICY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus or more on your first tank.
Is your current home loan the right fit for you? Rising home values mean that you could have more home equity than you might imagine. And if you're considering a refi, an expertly chosen loan from Loan Depot could save you thousands. Ask about their smart term loans, cash out, and over 300 loan options to find just the right mortgage loan for you. Call now, 866-888-LOAN, or go to loandepot.com. Loan Depot, where home means everything. Rates are subject to change. Equal housing opportunity lender. NMLS number 174457. Licensed in all 50 states.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hi, this is Joe Cordell with the law firm Cordell & Cordell. When the prospect of divorce becomes a reality, you need a partner that you can count on. If you're a man in this situation, consider contacting Cordell & Cordell. We've helped men navigate complex legal matters for 30 years.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Miami area attorneys. Offices in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and by appointment only in Dadeland. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Lisa Carges, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
This report is streamed live on our iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
The Turnpike has reopened in Jupiter, but we are slow Turnpike South right after Indiantown Road. That accident taking up your right lane. Boynton Beach Boulevard shut down from Military to Congress. Use Old Boynton Road or Woolbright. Lawrence Road closed from Woolbright to Old Boynton Road. Use Military or Congress there. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by the Mark Moss Show podcast.
Bitcoin is under attack in some states while it's being welcomed.
You're listening to Real
It's yours. Oh, wait a minute. I'm a man. Okay. My sisters, my girlfriends, they'll mimic your workout. See ya, peace.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Love the callbacks.
Oh yeah, hey, you can mimic my workout.
That's right. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. I don't train like a chick. I train like a person.
Franny knows what's going on. She kicked my ass. She knows. It is the Penthouse on a Wednesday, hump day. Hope you're having a good day. Jimmy's in the house.
Good afternoon.
And Francis is here.
Hey, happy Wednesday.
And it's time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creek's Trifecta.
If you were in Chelsea over the weekend and Shaq walked in, you would probably have noticed him. Said, there's Shaq. He's a big dude and a nice guy. He ended up buying dinner for everybody in the restaurant, 40 tables, and all the staff. Everybody got dinner on Shaq. He was on a date, hanging out. Supposedly it cost him over $25,000, and they said he left an unbelievable tip. Shaq is always doing stuff like this. I saw a couple of his shows that he has about his life, and he's always helping communities, helping kids with scholarships, giving people's cars, buying them stoves, refrigerators. He's a good guy, really does care. And there should be more people in the world like that. But that was very nice. He was in a restaurant in Chelsea, New York, a hot spot. Picked up the tab for 40 tables, over $25,000. Way to be there, Big Daddy. Yankees won again last night. Got a W, 2-0 over Tampa Bay. And the Yankees have the best record in baseball right now. They are just crushing it. 45-16. Great pitching, great hitting. Guess what that leads to? The best record in baseball. The Yanks are number one with the best record. A lot more baseball to go. 100 more games. So just realize that there's 100 more games in baseball. But the Yankees are rocking and rolling, doing what they have to do. And let's get on the train to the Tampa Bay Lightning. They are in Colorado tonight. They are playing in the Stanley Cup. Third year in a row. That in itself is a huge accomplishment. They are going for their third Stanley Cup and not getting enough love by everybody. Nobody really mentions it. This is amazing what they're doing. So Tampa Bay Lightning, let's get on the train. I know we wanted the Panthers, but Tampa Bay's in Florida, so let's root for them, and hopefully they get their third Stanley Cup. What a great situation for them to be in. Hats off, guys. You have done a great job. And you got good strip clubs in Tampa. Peace.
The best. No, so quickly, because you mentioned Shaq, I guess somebody used to work at the Ruth's Chris in North Palm Beach, which is no longer there. It's very sad. It was there for years and years. But I guess Shaq came into that place, and they said, first of all, when he came in, he hit his head on both of the archways in the lounge.
Oh, wow.
So I walked in, and he was one of those people who enjoys eating dessert before dinner. So very interesting. They said he had apple pie for an appetizer.
There you go.
And he only had a 6-ounce filet for dinner.
Oh, wow.
You think a big dude like that would want the big boy. He had the petite filet and an apple pie.
Think you get like a big tomahawk.
No, no.
Did he buy everybody dinner?
Nah, it doesn't say that on the text line.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That is different. Somebody wanted I don't think I've ever been with anybody who's ever ordered dessert first.
I've been places where they've ordered dessert and not anything else.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, because they were but never as like an app, and then went to a steak for dinner.
Yeah, it's very different.
I had like a family story that was passed down from generation to generation. That apparently I had a grandfather that always did that.
Really?
He always had dessert first at dinner time for the simple reason of, that way I always have room for dessert.
True, because what if you get too full and then you're like, damn it?
Yeah.
Especially if you have a sweet tooth, right? If you rather have sweet over savory.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
I get it. So it is concert season, and we give away concerts all the time. And Jimmy, you might be able to save us some dollars, or at least tell us the best time.
Well, it's a good possibility that we can, and I thought you would like this, Franny, because I know how much you love going to concerts, and I know a lot of our audience does as well. And we know that it's really hard to resist the urge to buy concert tickets immediately after they're put on sale. But you really want to see this act, and because it's like really, really big for you. I know people really, they hear that whatever their favorite band is coming out, I got to get tickets right away. I don't want to make sure that they don't sell out. Well, that may not be the best approach looking for them immediately. FinanceBuzz.com has a new report which investigated pricing patterns on the secondary market through StubHub, SeatGeek, and Vivid Seats. Do you use other than StubHub? That's the one that I know the most. Do you know of SeatGeek or Vivid Seats? Do you use them?
I know of both. I try not to use any of them.
Right.
I'd rather go straight to the source, right? Ticketmaster,
Gotcha.
Live Nation. I recently used StubHub for tickets to go to that. What show was it that I just recently missed?
DMB?
No, because they're coming back, so we saved our tickets for that. Oh, a Revolution show.
Oh, Revolution.
It was supposed to be Saturday, ended up going Monday night. StubHub would let you can't get a refund for those tickets.
Ah, I see.
So now I'm like straight to the source.
Well, they did look at tens of thousands of ticket purchases and made some interesting observations. So I thought I'd share them with you. Basically, they say it pays to wait. Concert goers spent 33% less than average on tickets when buying them on the day of the concert.
Interesting.
And 27% less average the day before. And for music festivals, the best time to buy passes was just under 2 weeks before the festival. Prices were about 30% below average 13 days before the actual start of said festival, and 24% below average 12 days out. So apparently that goes down, but 2 weeks seems to be the sweet spot there. It may feel stressful to wait until the last minute, but a lot of people do it. According to the report, 25% of concert and festival tickets are sold on the resale market are bought in the final week leading up to the event.
Yeah.
So that might be something to think about the next time you want to buy concert tickets. Don't jump at it right away. You might be able to get a better deal down the road.
So I may wait the day before. We waited the week of the concert.
Mm-hmm.
My girlfriend had purchased the tickets on StubHub, and I didn't realize that's who she used. But they were pricier than if face value, because I think face value is like $45. We got them for $80.
Okay.
But I wonder if the day of, and that's the thing, because maybe a lot of people like me or whatever, something happens, you can't make it. So when it comes, I don't know if it's the same with Vivid Seats, but what their policy is that unless you go and you sell them yourself, I don't know, on social media, and you meet the person, because these were actually printed out tickets, which you don't see anymore.
Right.
They didn't have the one.
Rare,
Yeah,
right?
they didn't have the ones for your phone.
Right.
So what they were saying that you could give them back to StubHub, right?
Ah.
And then they would resell them, and then you would make
okay.
some money off of it.
Right.
So I wonder, just to get whatever money back, they sell them for a cheaper value, because people probably aren't going to spend that much money last minute.
Yeah, it could very well be. Now, all said and done, we read these articles, we try to dissect some of the important information about them, and we put it out there. With something like this, the first thing that comes to my mind is it has to depend on the venue
Yes.
and the act, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're talking about Paul McCartney at Hard Rock Casino, I don't think that you're waiting to the last minute is going to be your best bet.
No,
I just don't think
absolutely.
they're going to be available. A 7,000 seat venue for an act that big, it's just not going to be there. And at the last minute is more than likely going to be probably triple the price it was when it started. So, I mean, it's like everything else. You got to take it with a grain of salt, but kind of put it into the perspective of how it would work for you. Something like a 311 concert at, Hard Rock Stadium, you might be able to wait a little bit and save a couple of dollars. That's no offense to 311. I love them.
Yeah.
But, just to put it in perspective.
And
so.
I'm one too. Like, I know sometimes we get the hookup right here in the radio station. I understand that. And sometimes, like you mentioned, it will be cheaper. But if it's a concert I really want to go to, I want to buy them when they go on sale, just to make sure I have a ticket.
And that's what they're saying. There's always that anxiety, right? You have a little bit of that. Oh, I just want to make sure that they're there and I can get one.
Yep.
So there's a lot of that out there as well.
But it is crazy when you look at the concert tickets sold, and they average it out. So three plus months, average ticket price $275.82. Day of the show, average ticket price $162.48. I mean, that's over $100 in savings.
Yeah.
With the concert festivals, the same thing. And I'm going the max, 3 plus months, $708.50. Average price the day the festival starts, $491.59. So it's pretty incredible how much you save. And this is obviously all according to Finance Buzz. But something you may want to start saving on if you plan on getting married or having a big event is that DJ you may be hiring.
Oh, yeah?
And I have wondered, and I have friends who are DJs, and they actually are, like, they do spin records and they create their own music, but there's so many out there who just have their laptop and just go boop and press a button.
You know what they all do nowadays? I mean, for the most part, like your wedding DJs. I mean, that seems to be the thing. They've subscribed to that music library that they have access that they can license to, and and there's always ones that are a little bit more outgoing than the other, where they'll play games or come up with creative ideas for them.
And they do, they play with the boards, and sometimes they play with the turntables.
Right.
And a lot of the turntables now, right? It's not record records on them. It's just like these turntables that will kind of remix the music,
Right.
but it looks like they're playing them. So, and sometimes, like you said, with the playlets and the sets, they've created those themselves. So this guy went onto his TikTok and basically was kind of doing like a DB kind of brag about it. So he went on his video and he showed himself, and he actually like shows a clip of people dancing. And so you can see them dancing away. And then he pans down to his laptop. Well, his laptop was set to Top 200 Wedding Songs, which is a list that Spotify put together. A Spotify playlist. And homeboy made $4,000 just to literally hit play on a laptop.
Wow.
On a Spotify playlist that already existed.
$4,000. He charged somebody $4,000 to DJ a wedding?
Jimmy, music is expensive for weddings. It truly is. But yeah, I mean, it's no secret that a lot of them aren't using turntables anymore, and a lot of them do have that playlist. But it is really interesting to see that some people, they're not even questioning it. I would be so upset to know that I could do exactly what that guy did, and I just spent $4,000.
That's way too much money for you can't find a DJ for cheaper than $4,000.
I mean, I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can. But this guy, I don't know if he has a name for himself or he's just created that. I mean, his TikTok video that he showed he zooms in on the laptop in the front of it. It says the song was from a Top 200 Wedding Song playlist. Like, it says it clear as day. And he admits that he said most of the time, he's like, we just run playlists.
Wow.
Uh-huh. And and people are like going on there like, this is why I would never hire a DJ. And I'm starting to know more. I went to a couple weddings this past year, and I have noticed more people opting to do their own, right? They just get the sound system or the speaker, and then they just hook up their iHeartRadio playlist or their Spotify playlist. Yeah. Because, I mean, right there alone, you're saving, even if it's a few $100, you're still saving money.
Well, and the thing is, too, I mean, if you spend the money to have a commercial-free application, whether it's, through Apple or through whatever, whether it's Spotify, because you can buy for Spotify, right? So you don't have to listen to commercials. Why not? You do it yourself. You don't need anybody else.
Absolutely.
As long as you got somewhat of a sound system. Heck, how many times have we, for what we do, we see like some of these articles with these hacks, and like there's different ways that you can create a speaker sound and give it more volume. Like if you put it in a cup or something like that, there's like really weird ways that you can make it sound more bold than it would just normally be off of your phone.
Now, I would laugh though if that was your music at your wedding. You put a cell phone in a cup. Yeah, I would be like, all right, come on.
That might be.
I'll get you a Bluetooth speaker, people.
You might want to do a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
But you rent a couple of speakers for what? How much?
They make some really Bose or whatever. They make some really good Bluetooth speakers, and they're not that big.
Yeah, could you go to a party store and rent speakers? Yeah, like that? That'd be great.
I'm sure you could. At my house we have so many speakers.
Wow, this is true.
Yeah, so
have your next wedding at Franny's house.
Or just rent my equipment. How about that?
Yeah, that's Jimmy at realradio921.com. We'll get you hooked up. Only $4,000.
Yes, we just put an insane speaker system on the pontoon where you cannot. We literally blow out the rest of Peanut Island.
I bet you did. Why am I not surprised?
It's insane.
And it has nothing to do with you either.
No, not at all. But listen, if you like music and you love iHeartRadio, that iHeartRadio Music Festival is happening in September. If you are a Capital One card holder, they just launched pre-sale for you. You have 48 hours to do so. If you're like, yes, I want to go to Vegas. Yes, I want to go to that festival. Make sure you go to realradio921.com, and you're going to see the link right there on that homepage. Click on it, and it'll send you on your way to buy a pair of tickets. But you hear that music, that means it's our time here at the Penthouse.
Yep, time to call it a day.
It is. But listen, we will be back at it tomorrow on a Little Friday. Thank you so much for tuning in. Of course, after us, you've got the News Junkie. Then you get to listen to G-Man and Jimmy again, right? So you guys are back at it.
Yeah, Little Greek Zone. He's on from 3 to 5, and we replay an hour of that at 6 o'clock.
I love it. And then you got Lex and Terry, and then wake up in the morning to Rover's Morning Glory, and then you are back with the Penthouse tomorrow at 10 a.m. Thank you so much for tuning in. Jimmy, thank you so much, as always, for doing everything that you do and making the Penthouse such a one-tastic. I almost Greeked it.
A one-tastic.
I wonderful and fantastic it. A fantastic place to be.
Well, thank you very much, Francis. Thank you, Greek, and thank you for listening. And if you want, I do have Greek's parting words, so I'll let you cue it up.
Yes. Of course, we are all here to, till 2 o'clock, almost 2 o'clock, because we're waiting for Greek spreading words.
All right, here you go.
I mean, you go where your butter's bread. I mean, that's the bottom line.
That's the bottom line, kids.
Man, words of wisdom.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Until next time, same place. Thank you so much for listening.
This must be why God created YouTube.
Well, this and cat videos. But mainly for the cat videos.
Go to realradio921.com/watch so you can watch us make radio.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's a very hot and humid day out there. On this Wednesday, temperatures are back near 90 degrees, easily feeling like the triple digits when you factor in that humidity. Skies are going to be mostly clear for the day with 1 or 2 inland showers or storms later on. We're going to stay hot and humid for the rest of